Hey everybody, Ryan's back with another episode of Final Fantasy VIII, brought to you by MuchGames.ca. Obviously it's for the Much Games Guys channel, and ignore that glitch that you just saw. Ignore the glitch. Basically I did a lot of some leveling up off camera and went to the, well, fire cavern. And like I said, I'm skipping tutorials, as we do not need them. I did level up a bit. I got Shiva up to level 2 and Quizzical up to level 3. They both learn Boost. They are currently learning Ice and Thunder magically finds. Basically, we can take certain items and refine them into magic, like Blizzard and things like that, and Thunder. So with the field test, there is 4 times you can pick. We are ready. And the support obviously is wishes. Alright. So basically, we get to pick our time limit. We have 10, 20, 30, or 40. The one I'm picking is 10. Because what you do here will impact you when we do the seed exam, which shall be starting in the next episode. Basically, if I can do this in less than 10 minutes, which shouldn't be hard, then it will help me with my scoring when we do the seed mission, the seed exam, pretty much the exam that we do right after this field test. And this is the prerequisite. We have to do this fire cavern, get a low guardian force, which I guess most people probably know by now is probably going to be fire oriented. And if you know your Final Fantasy, then most likely you know who it is. With myself, aka Squall, just before you're about to hit an enemy with a physical attack, pull the, if you're using the PlayStation controllers, I do believe it's B1 with the controllers on the PC version, but on PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, high handhelds, and PS3 now, you press the R, and traditionally you press the R1 button. Bombs and some, well, bats. Bombs are fire elemental, so what you're going to want to do is use Shiva or Blizzard. For time controlling purposes, obviously I don't think using Shiva is going to be a good idea. So we'll use Blizzard. And we'll use Blizzard on the other one. Hopefully this kills both of them, and then if it's 3 from 5, okay, 3 from 5. And this one hopefully dies. Okay, it didn't. 315. I wonder what its max HP is right now. By the way, with Final Fantasy VIII, a lot of the enemies will level up when you level up. I don't know why they use a Blizzard here. Why would they use that Blizzard now? They didn't really need it, but just whip it up. Just to be on the safe side. And let's hit you with the physical attack. These guys got like 50 HP, I think, these bats. So they're not difficult. Yeah, the enemies do level up later as well. So if you come back here later in this game, some of the enemies are probably, these enemies will be stronger in some way and have different magic spells and stuff like that. The low-level guardian force that we have to acquire is, I'm just going to tell you, it's Ifrit, because this is fire oriented, and if you play Final Fantasy, you pretty much know that. There's always a Shiva and an Ifrit, pretty much, in the Final Fantasy, for the most part. So, yeah, it's Ifrit. And he's pretty easy if you just keep using Shiva with Boost, which is, Shiva's equipped to me. Basically, you use Shiva all the time and Boost, and keep, in that case, and keep using, Blizzard with Boosters. This guy's pretty easy, and that's why the 10 minutes. If I can finish this with, 10 seconds or less remaining, maybe to drag out the battle, it's even better. I'm probably gonna finish this in probably 2.5 minutes left, but it's okay. Basically, what you're gonna wanna do is finish it. Try to finish if you're a Trackathon and you're not used to the game, then finish it as fast as you can, especially if you've got less than 6 minutes. The longest part is going to be a Shiba. And you can still use this too. It's just that it goes a lot quicker if you're using Shiba, where whoever you got to do doesn't have to be clicked on me. Use this wall. You have and boost. Alright, with boost, you hide the press hold down select, I think it is, and then press the square. When you see the X come up with the use here, stop. Otherwise, it's like 75. And after 2 seconds, you get the X straight, you can boost it and keep doing it until the summon's over, basically. The higher you can boost number 2, the better. The maximum you can get to and if you have a turbo controller, it can help. Now I'm not going to use a turbo controller, I'm going to use actually good, like I did the observation scenes and make it suck on my channel. So far, this is nothing to stand. Okay, I guess I should explain. 554, so he's got like half his HP going, and obviously he's weak to ice because it's fire. Basically, in Final Fantasy, there is magic, but there's no magic like equipment. Like in Final Fantasy VII, the material system, and summons the material that has that item, that ability. Final Fantasy VIII introduced the Trust. Allow you to get White Trust, and then go like Guardian Trust, aka the Junction System. Basically, I love this system. I think it's a great idea. Yeah, sure, it's not as good as probably the material system of 7, and probably learning abilities from weapons and weapons and accessories that like you do in Final Fantasy IX. Which is a very good launch on so you should check that out. A little bit different. So basically you draw maximum you can hold with magic. No magic spell is 100. So you can get every single magic spell from every single counter. You can defeat enemies, items can be fine, things like that. Certain enemies you can get only certain magic when you're at certain levels. And the Guardian Forces, Shiba, Quizzico, and when you summon them, they have HP reductions. Zero, basically when they are here, you don't get damage. There's nothing gets hit, but the summon takes damage if you have a summon with you. So we had 3 minutes of moving here. Great. Not as good as I wanted. I kind of wanted to finish it a little bit later than that. If it's got... Basically, there's a card game in this game. It's called... Triple Triad, I think? Yeah, it's Tetra Masters FF9, which came out after this. So... I'm not going to name any things, and I'm not going with the tutorial systems. Maybe in a future video, I will explain it. Basically, I'll show you a junction system here. I'm going to junction Ifrit to me. You see that strength and spirit, STR and SPR, are white. That means I can equip stuff to them, which brings up my stats. Besides leveling up. Another way to do is leveling up and things like that. So that's what we're doing there. Guardian Forces learn abilities. And we just learned Ice Refine and Thunder Refine. So those M stones I can turn into, I think for each M stone we have there, you can get 5 Thunder or 5 Blizzard. Which is pretty much the same thing as, you know, Lightning and Ice if you play Final Fantasy VII. It's the same thing, they just renamed it. And I think in Final Fantasy, in Final Fantasy IX they call it Thunder and Fire and Blizzard and then Thundra, Fire, Bizarre, things like that, and they did the same in this game, obviously, that first. So that is a good aspect. This enemy here is pretty damn easy too. Gunplay code. So, when you have a Guardian Force currently being summoned, they take the damage for you. If the Guardian Force dies before you get a chance to summon it, you basically, I think, have to wait. If I remember, you have to wait till after battle, and then you need to have an item called a G return, and you can resurrect and revive them. I don't think you can use a G return in battle. You can equip item, by the way. I'm right now using attack, magic, Guardian Force, and draw. You can equip the item ability. I hardly ever use the item ability, to be honest, when I play Final Fantasy VIII. I find I can just use my magic a lot, and the draw system, and this Guardian Force, thing like that. So I find I need to actually use the items a lot. Certain situations you probably will see this item, and I'm not always going to have magic drop Guardian Force. There is other abilities we can learn that you can learn and equip from Guardian Forces. So I'll be doing that, of course, throughout this particular LP. Apparently I got a couple of tweets here. Oh, you're not doing. No, I'm not. But I will retweet one of them. Okay. Should I just cut to Balam Garden? I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna meet you back at Balam Garden, to be honest. I don't want to have this video way too long, so I'll meet you back at Balam Garden. Give me a few minutes. And we're back at Balam Garden. That literally only took like a minute, about 2 minutes to do, because I got into like a battle or two. So I pretty could have left it, pretty much could have left it in, but we're not doing that. Excuse me there. So, is the drop point heal yet? No, not yet. Okay. It will refill eventually, with more cure spells. Probably before we do the seed exam, which will be... We're going to make our way to part of the seed exam in this, like, talk about it. In that, but we'll actually be doing some of it in the next video. I'm probably going to break up the seed exam into, like, a couple of videos. To be honest. We're not gonna need to see one here. Let's go to the dormitory, like I said. Here's a shortcut. We're at the dormitory. Yeah, you can share a room too. And yeah, we change into a seat uniform, a cadet uniform. Might as well got stuff, I guess. Forget it. I thought there was a... Oh, wait, that's after the seed exam. Never mind. Something I was just thinking of, but it's actually later in the game. Yeah, you're automatically back here. Quite a lively Zeldinch. Can't that's make members. Damn. Oh well. I guess we have to put up with him. Zeld over here. And Zeld is pretty much... Well, he's the male version of Tifa Lockhart. In a sense, because if you played Final Fantasy VII, Tifa used her fists. Well, basically, same thing with Zeld, and the lyrics are quite similar actually, which I'm going to explain later myself. Remember, with Tifa's lyrics, you do a slot machine once she has all of them, and if you hit hit, 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 or yeah, 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 basically, or a combination of that, she'll do the move. If you hit miss, 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 then she doesn't do the move. This one here is a little bit different with Zell, when we do eventually show off the limit breaks. But I'll explain that in due time. Same thing with Squalls. Now, Squalls, in this case mine, pretty much depend on the gunblade and hitting the R1 trigger when he's doing his limit break. Now, there's not a limit break, and you might say, but geez, Ron, how do you get a limit break in this game? Yeah, there is no limit break gauge in this game like there is in Final Fantasy VII, and like a trance gauge that you see in Final Fantasy IX, and overdrive gauge that you would see in Final Fantasy X, which I'm currently playing on my PS Vita. Loving Final Fantasy X. I love the game. I don't care if people hate it. The people who hate it, that's their opinion, and I respect their opinion. But I love the game. I think Final Fantasy X was a fantastic game. And short the temperature list. Oh yeah, apparently Sophia has some kind of list that you don't want to be on, according to him. And of course, Fujin and Raijin are always tagging along. Fujin is the one in the blue. Raijin is, well, the one in the dark blue and the shirtless, sleeveless guy. It's and once again, Headmaster Sid. It's what was I saying a few seconds ago? But oh yeah, the limit breaks. So with the limit breaks, there is something in the game later, and I kind of don't want to say it now, but I think I will. There's like a ability. We'll just say there's an ability, or I'll leave it open to interpretation. But there's like either an item or an ability or magic or something that can give you like an instant limit break and let you have it and punch it like an instant limit break for a while. But the way limit breaks work in this game is basically it's when you're in a danger zone. So if you have your low HP and your menu comes up with attack, magic, guardian force, draw, whatever your items are, like attack is also, you keep pressing like the button was like I think it's a circle button or something, like it keeps making the menu and like almost like you're trying to switch to the next to another party member's menu to let them attack. You keep doing that and then you'll see next to attack an arrow. And that will give you a limit break. I'm going to demonstrate that eventually in this LP. You're going to see the limit break, and there's a bunch of limit breaks you can get for each character. Some of the characters have really cool limit breaks. And for those who are wondering, I'm not going to confirm nor deny if there is an overpowered limit break with Squall like there is in Final Fantasy VII with Cloud. In Final Fantasy VII with Cloud, the most overpowered limit break one of the most overpowered limit breaks I've seen in a Final Fantasy game, from the PlayStation 1 era, from the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 era, has to be Enemy Slash from Final Fantasy VII. It's pretty powerful. I'm not gonna say if there's one in this game like that for any of the characters, or will I say if there's anything like that in Final Fantasy IX. In Final Fantasy IX, I will get all the limit breaks for everybody, and some of them might be done off camera and their best weapons. The only person's best weapon in Final Fantasy IX that I might not be able to get is Cole's, because there's a certain trick to it. I'll get the best weapon you can get for him. That doesn't require me to either use codes or to do the actual thing that you're supposed to do with that game, and I'll explain that in my Final Fantasy IX LP when I'm going around collecting the final weapon, the ultimate weapons. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about what we're doing here on Much Games. Instructor. Why don't we just call it quits this? No, not really. This is great. Freaking severe. Yeah. So these are controls here. Obviously, the control is going to vary if you're using a keyboard or if you map your controller in whatever way the button layout is for your gamepad that you will be using. Oh, I'm a horrible driver in this. But then again, I don't care. We have to go to Balam Town. Alright. So basically, I'm just going to make it to the shore. So before we get on the boat that's going to take us to Dorlet. Because that's where we have to go. From what Sitting there is telling us. And basically, I'm going to stop the video here now. And before we board into the boat. And I shall see you all in the next one, where we will take on a bit of the Dorlet Seed exam. So I'll feel on the Seed exam. Can we become Seed members? Find out in probably the next video, in the next couple of videos, I should say. Peace out, thanks for watching, and see you later.